Hi, everybody. I'm Makoto Nagashi. I'm going to make a presentation for the AOM 2022. Okay, let's go. The paper of mine is named Diagnostic and Dialogic, or the approaches in Japanese organizations. How and why are they branded? I'm Makoto Nagashi again. I'm from Chukyu University, Japan. All right, let's go. Anyway, what am I doing now on August 4th? Well, I'm sorry. I'm having vacation with my family, so that's why I'm gonna make this video presentation, not live style. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's get back to my presentation. Here's a question that whose research had the biggest impact on my study? My answer is Bob Marshak and Jervis Bush. They are writing Dialogic Organization Development, and this is a book, and they are writing a lot of papers about this Dialogic and Diagnostic Organization Development issue. And here comes my explanation about contrasting Dialogic and Diagnostic mindset. At the mindset, or the practitioner has, broadly speaking, two different mindset. One is diagnostic mindset. Its key assumptions. The reality is an objective fact, and the leaders can manage goal-oriented and planned change effort because there is enough clarity about the problem-solving process. And collecting and applying valid data using objective problem-solving method is to planned change. These are the key assumptions of diagnostic mindset. And on the other hand, dialogic mindset as the reality is a socially constructed process based upon the social constructionism, and often think that leaders shape organizational curiosity about what others think and how meaning is made to learn from people's experience. There's no correct answer, and change processes are inherently complex and adaptive, and no one knows that correct answer in advance. Thus, the answer is to use emergent and generative change processes. These are the assumptions of dialogic mindset. Let's see the literature and extract research gap. In the literature, there is a broad consensus that the oscillations between top-down diagnostic and bottom-up dialogic approaches are possible, and generally more successful. Oscillation is generally more successful than either approach alone. Hastings and Schwartz. Here's a warning about that. Bush and Marshak. Practitioners' mindset, whatever it is, practitioners' mindset are not easily changeable in change initiatives. Interesting. So then here's a gap from the literature that I found. Literature falls short on the descriptions of dynamic and oscillating processes at the mindset level of practitioners for both internal and external. And here comes some questions. Why is branded? How branded? And what happens at the mindset level? These are the questions that I'm going to ask in the paper. Here comes my question. Number one is, under what conditions is branding diagnostic and dialogic approaches practically realistic for desired outcomes? Question number two, how can change practitioners successfully facilitate the transition from diagnostic practices to dialogic ones, and vice versa. Okay, let's get into the explanation about theoretical base and methodology plus data. I'm based upon the interpretivist social constructionist approach to organizational change, and I adopt qualitative analysis on Japanese multinational companies' change processes. It's my observation is from the Japanese headquarters between the year of 2020 and 2021. It's about 8 months activity. My logic of inquiry is abduction, and abductive reasoning from the data is my method, extracting plausible explanations about the change processes. Let's go. Here comes the data and my interpretations about that. There's a whole bunch of data in the paper, so please look at my whole data in the paper later. And I'm going to summarize my interpretation. At the method level, oscillation is there. It starts from the dialogic and diagnostic method and then moves to dialogic method in the middle of the process. And finally, they are ending up with dialogic and diagnostic method again. More importantly, I'm going to see the mindset level oscillation, dividing the internal change agent and external change agent. External change agent is myself, and internal change agent that they have. I'm focusing on 3 main internal change agents. That is the head of the business unit and general manager and manager wide. So whereas the internal change agents are concerned, they are oscillating from the dialogic diagnostic mindset to dialogic mindset and dialogic diagnostic mindset. We can observe the oscillation of dialogic and diagnostic approach at mindset level, and I interpret myself as my mindset was not oscillating. Through this 8-month process, my mindset stayed at the dialogic mindset. That's what I interpret. Anyway, I'm going to come back to this point later. Here comes the findings about question number 1. What conditions is blending diagnostic and dialogic approaches practically realistic for desired outcome? This was my question number 1. One implication is that the shared focus on the realizing desired performance is very important. In the process, everybody have their own interest or but the practitioner should make an effort to realize this shared focus on the realizing desired performance of organization. This can be an anchor of the activity. Second implication is the dialogic anchoring often provided by external change agent that fosters the emergence of integrity and generativity at the mindset level. Explain it in detail. Condition number 1 implies practitioner needs to realize the environment in which the goal outcome orientation emerges and spreads. Sometimes, the activity can be, passing the diversified way. One is to facilitate the psychological safety. One is to realize the performance of, but it's an organization. Organization has a certain goal outcome, and in the activity, the OD practitioner makes people remind what is the shared focus of the desired performance in this activity. This can be an anchor of the process. This is one implication. Second, condition number 2 suggests that internal and external change agents have certain demarcation. For example, internal agents who are walking around the diagnostic and dialogic mindset, and on the other hand, external consultant who provides dialogic anchoring in the whole change process. I'm going to come back to this table number 6. This is dialogic anchoring that external change agent in the case is providing. It was external change agent who were providing the integrated mindset level anchor in the process. That is what Dialogic mindset. Question number 2 in the paper is how can change practitioners successfully facilitate the transition from diagnostic practice to dialogic ones and vice versa? And my tentative answer on this question is that the findings in the present study suggest a contingency determination. What is contingency determination in this case? Yes. Under the condition in which the member's psychological safety is low in Japanese harmony orientation culture, it is often happening in the Japanese organization, I think. For example, in this case study, stage 1 is the case. The diagnostic approach may be a reasonable choice because dialogic approach is more predictable, planned, problem-solving style. That's what create psychological safety in the Japanese harmony orientation culture. Second, as the situation's challenge is getting more complex and unpredictable, the dialogic approach to change can be a more hopeful option to inspire emergent and adaptive ways of organizing. Maybe I should say that further research could explore how much this implication depends on Japanese culture's impact. I'm going to call for feedback about my paper. The full version of my paper is available at this internet link. Please visit my website and then download the full version of the paper and give me comments again. Do you think this study has a potential to create new knowledge? How valid is the argument of this paper? What do you want more in the paper? All right, this is the end of my presentation. You can have coffee, dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever. Stop sharing my slides. All right, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the whole AOM 2022 this year. All right, bye-bye.